When I was born again, oh, this whole world starts to get me down. When there's trouble all around, I go back to the cross where Jesus died for me. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Onion ring.
It goes both ways. I can't just say that I'm perfect and everyone else needs to open up. No, I also have to open up. So I think that if we each saw the different sides, if rural came to urban and urban went to rural, just to experience and be open-minded. Instead of don't close yourself down to it, open yourself up to it, you might be able to live with it. It would probably be okay.
What's holding back change?
Traditional, old style, old school beliefs. I believe firmly that times are changing, times do change, traditions change, the way people think change. And I think that some people are still stuck in the old days and wish things were the way they used to be instead of embracing what they're becoming. Instead of making the best of what we have now, they're just being stubborn and closed-minded, and they're being too defensive instead of open to change. And that comes again from tolerance.
Can you describe for me what the word Southern hospitality mean?
It's just like I say, if you come up here, they'll take you in there and feed you. Or they'll take you in there and play the piano. It's like we shoot firecrackers every year, and there'll be 150 people over in the woods, and everybody will bring a dish or something, and we barbecue and cook out, have gumbo.
I guess people in Biloxi is more down to earth and friendly. I like Biloxi. Well, I was born and raised here, and it's more my speed. My dad is home. Everybody else was born. All my sisters and brothers was born here.
When I was in school, if you got a whipping in school, that wasn't nothing compared to the one you was going to get when you got home because you had embarrassed the family. Got a whipping at school.
I got my behind whipped. They don't whip nobody no more. They don't whip kids no more.
Yeah.
It's against the law.
So the kids brought up thinking that rules are for everybody but him.
He tell you don't do that, he mean don't do it. He tell you be home for 10 o'clock, he mean 10 o'clock, not 5 after 10. 10 o'clock, that's what time I want you here.
During Katrina, I went over there in the night, and she had her grandkids, and they had a big pot of ice in it and water, and they were dipping towels in there and cooling them, and Fanny ain't done this. Now, that was a black woman taking care of a white woman. Aunt Donis doesn't have any children or anything like that. You don't find that. And people don't think about blacks and whites interacting like that.
I come up with a racial problem. My dad and mother told us, they don't want you over there, don't go over there. That's the way he raised us.
Again, we were all raised together. Everybody did stuff together. It was just a division there. Like they would come when we made ice cream.
He got angry at my brother for going on the beach because he had to pay money to get him out of jail.
But the white girls would go with the black boys. And I don't like it now. I'll resent it right now. And, It's the mixing of the races. I don't believe we were meant to mix. Why have a different race if you're gonna mix them?
I guess, I don't know, most people can take what I take, but I just turn the other cheek. It's kind of hard that sometimes when you're in bed at night, you think about it. You get angry, but you get up to go to work the next morning, you forget about it. But I don't call no names about who took anything. I just keep it in my heart and keep going.
But I think the American dream is a house and some land and your children educated.
What they want to accomplish? Get an education.
Yeah.
Well, I have to work every day like me.
I've always lived my life. Where I could say, well, I wish I had it. I always went and done it. I got in a lot of binds, but I had a big time.
But now I'm having no regrets. I'm doing all right. I don't have regrets.
toe.
Oh, I thought I kissed your toe. Your stinky toe?
It's not stinky.
All right.
He's not stinky.
All right.
I feel like America isn't the most tolerant place. We talk a lot about tolerance, but I think that when the rubber hits the road, maybe not so much.
There is a lot of racism and intolerance, but then again, we're an interracial couple. We have mixed kids. I would hope that they don't have a lot of intolerance shown to them.
Yeah. I mean, I think in the big cities, there's more of a culture of tolerance in general.
Well, I moved here about a month ago. I mean, I definitely say that it was exciting, but really scary at the same time. I just want to explore what the city has to offer, not only in arts and culture, but just, it's all the different people here. It's kind of like a microcosm of the world.
I mean, what do I know? I've been here for 3 weeks, but it does seem like New York is onto something as far as this kind of cultural fusion goes. I mean, it's impossible for me in Manhattan to avoid people of other cultures or other races or other religions or any of these things.
I mean, what's the most obvious thing they're going to latch on to call you out on? They're going to, make a comment about your race or something. I think as a mixed person, I'm able to escape a lot of racism because people can't really tell what I am, or sometimes people think I look white. But because of that, I'm kind of privy to a lot of, attitudes and, racial comments that people make, because I'll be in their company, but they don't know what I am.
New York, to the contrary of a lot of places, I do think it's kind of a forced melting pot. And I think, like I said, it's sort of ironic that in a city with so much difference and so many different kinds of immigrants and religions and ethnicities, that people seem to integrate relatively well.
But I don't think just one person working on their own can do it. I think it has to do with relationships, an entire body of people who move together to affect change.
And that's kind of, again, goes back to the question of identity to begin with. It's different kinds of people interacting with each other peacefully. I mean, it is something that's worth preserving, something that makes the U.S. unique.
We don't want to think that that could be us or that could be our family. And I think America has tried to build that into its philosophy. So I think it's both. It's a human thing, it's an American thing.